Yo, how we doing? Not Move family. Today we're breaking down a crazy UFC 320 card. I'm your boy Jimmy. With me is my man Ja. How you doing, Ja?
What's up? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. We got some firefights. We got some good weekend of sports in general, bro. So I'm excited to break down this card. A little recap of Perth. Uh, Dominic Reyes got death touched. Like he had 30 seconds to get out of round one, did not, died in the last 30 seconds. Oldberg's probably going to get, if Ankalaev beats Pereira, which I think will happen likely. We'll break that down later. But if Ankalaev wins, I think they're gonna give it to the winner of Yuri and Roundtree. But if Pereira wins, I think they give it to Oldberg just because they haven't fought each other, like the max making difference, you know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. For one thing, it's gonna be Khalil.
You think so? You think Khalil beats
Yeah,
Yuri? We're gonna
not
break that
that
down
I
later.
don't think he beats Yuri. It's just if he does, they're
Mm.
gonna get. There's no way you could say
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not Khalil.
yeah, yeah. I feel you. I
Even if
feel you.
Ankalaev loses, I think Khalil is first. Then you get the rematch.
Hmm. All right, all right. And then there was that controversial, did he tap, did he not tap? Ref stopped it early, but Jake Matthews wasn't in, like, he had the sub off, but it wasn't in a dangerous position, like completely choked out Magny. But the ref stopped the fight, but then acted like he didn't stop the fight. And then Magny battled back. Credit to Magny, he won that fight. But I mean, it's kind of a bad look. I don't know if they're gonna do that a no contest or what. It's gonna go on with that, but uh, good win for him if they let it stand.
I mean, for the UFC's sake, it's good that it was that way because you get a second fight. So for the two guys, it gets more exposure. For guys who are particularly not Magni is good. They're good, but I'm saying they're not like main eventers, as to
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
So they get more spotlight. They probably move up more in the card, and it can help them out.
yeah. And we also got the news of the main event and co-main event of UFC Qatar, November 22nd. We got Arman Sarukian taking on Dan Hooker, and as the main event, and then we got Bilal Muhammad versus Ian Machado Gary. So two pretty good solid fights. Two uh, co-main and main event solid. Sarukian not getting his title fight that he wanted, but I still think him versus Dan Hooker will be a good fight. Striker versus grappler, great matchup, and then Bilal versus Gary's another one because both of those are great on the ground, and Gary's also a really good point fighter, so it'll be interesting to see how that breaks down.
Definitely. I told you Armin wasn't going to get the title fight. I
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah. He didn't deserve it, to be honest, after pulling out last minute just because a back injury, quotation marks. Yeah, nah, man.
yeah, and
He
he's
wasn't making weight.
and then he didn't. And then he's not fighting the guys who are in position for the title shot. He's fighting Dan Hooker
Yeah.
now.
Well,
It's
Dan
not.
Hooker's been on a tear, so Dan Hooker's trying to get his name in the title fight. So I guess this
Yeah,
is.
but if he wins, he's still a fight. If Armin wins, he's still a fight away.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel you. I feel you.
Instead of
So,
fighting guys like the other guys who are fighting each other to get that title fight. So it's just
yeah, I feel like this kind of confirms that we're gonna get Patty versus Ilya though, if they're giving out Armin to Dan Hooker, and
and
Gaethje's
then
just
you
gonna
get
be set to the wayside. To be
Gaethje
honest.
versus Patty. Gaethje versus
You,
Patty.
you think
I'm
so?
telling. I've been calling it Gaethje versus Patty. I thought it would be Armin versus Patty. Well, I thought that would have been a smarter number one contender match.
Hmm.
But money wise, Patty versus Gaethje, if the money's there. It's easy. It's an easier path for Patty because he could just take him down and submit him.
That's true. That's true. That's true. All right, you want to get into this UFC 320 card? Banger card, by the way. Probably the most stacked we've had name wise this entire year. I mean, we've had some banger cards on the year, but like we're just talking name value. Like this card has the name value from
Most
at
definitely.
least the main card was.
Most definitely. So to start off the early prelims. I mean, personally, I don't like the early prelims. I don't like them having two prelims, but it is what it is. To start off the early prelims, we have Victoria versus Bulgaren. Both Walker, Bulgar Walker. I'm sorry if I mispronounced her name. Both women are coming off of a loss, similar height and reach. Personally, this is a decision, and
Hmm.
I say it goes either way.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm leaning more towards Hardy on this one. I just think Brogan Walker's coming off like 2.5 years of time off, a knee surgery, but she did get like a black belt in jujitsu, so we'll see how that helps her out. But I just think Hardy's better in all four facets of the game, like striking wise and on the ground. So, but like you said, this is definitely probably this 29-28 decision.
I mean, Hardy has more of a finish potential.
Hmm.
At the same time, she doesn't have. At the same time, I don't think she finishes.
Yeah.
Uh, Moving on to Ramirez versus Austin.
Hmm.
Um, both are coming off a win. Sadly, they're both
Yep.
from the United States, so I'm forced to pick somebody from the states. But Austin has the height advantage and the reach and light reach advantage. Uh, I see Austin winning, but don't be surprised. But I feel like Ramirez can get like a sneak submission in there.
Hmm. That's
Uh,
that's how I feel too. Like Brahim Hodge is coming off of his second to last fight was a KO. His last fight was a submission win, but he's fighting like Mickey Gall and Billy Ray Goff, some like prospects. Nothing really too great. You know what I mean? Vanderford's fought better competition in the Bellator scene, but he hasn't had the like the UFC chops. Like he hasn't been vetted in the UFC properly yet. He is the bigger guy. And I feel like if this fight gets to like the second or third round, I think Vanderford definitely takes this home in a decision win. But I mean, Brahimaj does have a chance to get him out of there early. But I just see this more as a Vanderford win, in my opinion.
Easy,
He's.
yeah, same. Not easy, but same. So we
Hmm.
have next. We have Chris versus Farad.
Hmm. Chris
Both are
Gutierrez.
coming. Yeah,
Yeah.
Farid. They both coming off. They're both coming off of wins. Farad is shorter. However, he has a reach and leg reach advantage. And you know
Mhm.
what I say all the time: if they're from the states, you pick against them.
Yeah, Chris Gutierrez gets taken down by everybody and anybody nowadays. I think Farad's just he's a good grappler himself, and I feel like he's the better Basharat brother. Javid isn't as good as Farad is, and you know the
I
UFC
knew
is
that
gonna
last
push.
name sound familiar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The UFC is gonna push a guy from one of them like Afghanistan. Like they want a guy in each place, you know what I mean? They want a guy from each region so they can keep building the brand. So I feel like this is a pretty good spot uh Farad. I feel like he's better in all facets of the game. It's probably going to be maybe either a decision. I think it's probably going to be a decision, or maybe he finds a way to submit him. But I don't know. Gutierrez just kind of finds a way to stay in there, but he just never does anything with it.
Very, yeah, I agree. All right. Next, which I still don't understand. This is the first ranked fight of the night. I still don't understand why the women don't get respect. I get it; they're not the best. The women's division is not the best, but I still believe they deserve more respect. So next you have Macy versus Yana. Macy is
Hmm.
coming off a loss, but Yana is rising. 10th, she's 10th. Macy is 5th. She's trying to move up there. Um, Macy does have Macy does have the reach advantage and the leg and reach advantage.
Hmm.
And I see this going to decision and Yana winning.
Oh, okay. You got the underdog, you got the dog, and Yana. Yana's the technical better striker. She does have like shorter reach and stuff, but she strikes a lot more clean. Macy's a bit more like dirty boxing in the clinch type of deal. I just lean towards Macy just because of the experience and the size advantage personally. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not betting. I put down betting on women's MMA to be honest, because you just never know. But if I'm picking a
It's
side, I'm picking Macy.
yeah, women's UFC is women's fighting in the UFC is literally just like, you know,
Yeah,
anything can
you
happen
never.
at this point.
Yeah, yeah. Like Luana lost last week. I was like, I was heavy on Luana, and see, it burnt me.
And next you have Pel- Pele versus Nicolay. You
Yeah,
had
yeah.
both are coming off for wins. Nicolay is taller. and he has both the reach and leg reach advantage. The way I see in this fight, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the first knockout of the night. This
Hmm.
fight right here is the first knockout of the night. Both guys can knock each other out. They both have the ability to knock each other out. Penalties average fight time is 9 minutes. So I don't see this going all the way. I don't see this being a 3 round fight. I see this probably being two with I don't know. I'm a I'm gonna go against myself and say Pelehi wins. Honestly,
Yeah, I'm also on the Pele side. Soriano is a D3 wrestler, but he also has great boxing chops on top of that. So he has the advantage in the striking game for sure. And then if it comes to the ground game, I feel like he clears Nikolai. Nikolai is kind of mid-ish. I mean, he's coming off a loss to Vanderford in his last fight, which is crazy that he's higher up on the card. That's what we were talking about earlier. I don't know how he's higher up on the card than Austin is, but maybe this is a spot for
it's
they.
that's weird though because UFC says he's coming off a win on his last fight.
No, really.
Yeah, it
Hmm.
says he's coming off a win.
Hmm. I don't know, man. But I think Soriano. I think Soriano probably gets his KO here. I think I like his side. Um, he's a crisp striker, great boxing power. I mean, Nikolai does kind of do the teep kick and try to stay at range type thing, but I just feel like Soriano is just going to get in close and box him and take his head off. And then even if he doesn't have success on the feet, he can just take him down and ground and pound.
Yeah, yeah, very well, very true. He really can't just maul him. Next, moving on to the prelims, the actual prelims. You have Edmund versus Andre.
Hmm.
Edmund coming off a win, Andre coming off a loss. Edmund is taller, however, he does not have the reach or the leg reach advantage. And how I see this is Edmund, if Edmund KOs, gets the KO, he wins. But other than that, I think Andre wins.
Yeah, I feel you. Andre Muniz does have he doesn't have a chin anymore. It's been taken off so many times. He does have he's really strong on the ground, but I believe in Shabazian's get up game. I believe his ground game as well. I think this is a Shabazian win personally, but this is a close fight. This could go either way, but I lean more towards the Shabazian side.
Yeah, I think Savaji can get the knockout. Like you said, Andre has a very weak chin. However, the way I look at it is if the longer the fight goes on, the better chances Andre has to win. Where he can
I
sneak
feel,
in a submission or just keep him on the ground long enough to get a decision victory. That's how I see it.
yeah. That's pretty good. I feel you. I feel you.
Mm. Next, you got Patchy Mix versus Jakub.
Whiplash.
And yeah, no, I wasn't saying that last thing. Jakub, Jakub is
Yeah.
debuting. This is his debut fight in the UFC. Patchy's coming off a loss. I mean, I do this every time. I always pick the guys who debut, so I'm gonna do it again.
Mm.
I'm gonna go with Jakub.
I'm gonna have to take Patchy Mix. This is probably the lowest spot you're gonna find him in. I know he's a favorite, but it's like what -300. I don't know, but I
Minus
feel
305.
yeah this he's better on the ground overall than what Jakob is. Jakob is typically a grappler. And Patchy's got okay boxing skills. He was on decent on the feet against Mario Batista in his last fight, though he did get kind of schooled. I feel like this is a get right spot for him because I feel like he is a top 15 man and weight in the sport. It's just Mario is just a different beast, and I just feel like your UFC debut going up against one of the top 15 guys is it's hard to win in that spot. So I feel like I'm just getting this Patchy Mix revenge tour. I feel like he goes out and wins inside the distance, either club and sub or maybe just a normal back take and get the rear naked choke.
I just think Patchy came over. He just came over too late, in my opinion. I think if he came over younger, everything like that, he'd be better. Not younger in a sense, but like a couple years ago. Had he
Yeah,
came over when he was red hot, I
I
feel
feel
like.
you. Yeah, Jakob's a good grappler in his own right. I just feel like he hasn't fought anyone on the caliber of Patchy Mix, but I could be wrong.
I mean, I understand. Next is Daniel versus Yosun. Yo,
Yeah, you
sorry,
saying you.
Yo Shing, okay, I actually was close to saying it right. I'm proud of myself. Both are
Seriously.
coming off a win. You saying is undefeated. Same height. Same height, and the reach for you saying isn't showing, so I can't tell you about the reach. However, the way I see this fight going is you saying stay undefeated. He's the
Hmm.
underdog. I mean, I wouldn't put my money on him to per se. However, I do think he wins.
I got my money on him. I got a Juseng UKO in the first 2 rounds, bro. This guy's a
Wow.
dog. This guy, he's the Korean Zombies Junior. He's in his camp. He's the Korean star, rising Korean star. Daniel Santos, Willie Cat is his nickname. He's coming up. He was a former bantamweight, now moving up to featherweight. They are the same height. Uh, he has a smaller frame, and I feel like the power that Juseng Yu has in his hands is just a lot. He's got a death touch, and Willie Cat's been put on his butt a lot, and I feel like he gets in there close, and if you keep getting close with you saying you're gonna catch a right hook right to the jaw, and I feel like he's gonna go to sleep. We haven't seen him tested on the ground too much, so maybe Santos has a chance on the ground. But I just believe in the raw power get up ability that even if it goes to the ground, you saying you will find a way to get up and knock him out.
Wait, you said he was moving up? This is catchweight. It's a catchweight fight.
Oh, is he? What's
Yeah.
that? They came in at 145, didn't they?
One weighted at 146, the other one's at 145 right now. It
Yeah,
shows.
yeah. That's the featherweight fight. That's the featherweight fight.
Yeah,
'Cause
but it
you
says
could,
catchweight. I'm confused.
yeah,
So somebody probably missed weight. Somebody probably missed weight.
The UFC sites sometimes don't work proper. I'm gonna be real, bro. I,
And
I I think I think they both I think they both because I was watching the only person that really missed the real weight was Macy Chiazon. She came in and pound over, but I think everyone else was good.
next you have Atiba versus Tristan. Bro,
Oh, oh, Tristan Vaughn. Oh, this,
Tristan
yo, read his last name real quick.
Vons.
Yeah, that's how quick the fight will be over. You remember Vine, the app, the 6 second app? Yeah,
Oh, so you think Vaughn wins?
I think Atiba's gonna murk this guy. This
Oh,
is a
okay, okay,
sac.
okay.
Yeah, this is a sacrifice, bro. I don't know. Shout out to bro for getting in the ring, but bro, you get a paycheck to get your head taken off, dog. I don't. Someone give Atiba a good fight, bro. Like Gautier had potential, but you're giving him straight cans. Come on.
I mean, he's close to the main card, so you know.
Oh yeah, this is a look at this great prospect we have. We're gonna like you remember when Peyton Talbot took a dude's head off as like the feature fight, the prelim right before the main card.
Yep,
This,
and he was
this
just throwing haymakers
yeah,
left and right.
this is that fight right here. Shout out to you though for getting in the ring with this or the octagon with this guy though.
And he's
But
just going to hit you hard, and then you're gonna drop. It is what it is. Next, we got Joe versus Abbas. I'm pretty
hmm
sure I said his name wrong. I apologize again.
Abus, something like that.
Abus, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all good.
Abus has the reach and leg reach advantage. How I see this fight is this is going to be a short fight.
Hmm.
And the
I
way I
feel
see
you.
it is either Joe is going out or he's putting him out. It's not going to be long.
Yeah, I lean more towards Joe putting him out. I feel like Abus is okay. I mean, he had a mediocre fight against Michelle Pereira, and then Michelle Pereira proceeded to go out and get smoked by Kyle Dawkins, who was a guy who just got back into the UFC, who got like taken out of the UFC just to fight his way back in. So I feel like this is a levels fight. I feel like Joe, like that's a little bit of MMA math. I know we don't really do MMA math, but Joe Piper, he's got strong hands for sure. He can definitely has the knockout capability. He's a bit wild with his strikes, but I feel like he can find the chin. Abus is a little bit more of a technical striker, but he doesn't have the power that Joe has. And I feel like even if Joe isn't getting it done on the feet, he definitely has the advantage on the ground. I feel like this is Joe taking his head off or uh, clubbing subbing him, whichever way Joe wants it, he's got it. Abus typically gasses out too, so as long as Joe can get out of the first round, it's Piper all day.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be tricky. I don't think it goes past the second at all. I
No
don't think
facts.
it goes into the final round. I think it ends midway into the second. Someone goes out. Next, we have Josh Emmett versus Zala.
Hmm.
And as much as I want to pick Jalal, as much as I want to pick Jalal, I'm going Josh Emmett. I'm going Emmett. He's more experienced fighter, I think. More experienced fighter. So personally, I think he's gonna just do things. I mean, he is shorter, doesn't have the reach advantage, but he does have the leg reach advantage. I think what he's going to try to do is chop down the bigger fighter, and just
I can see that.
take it to him. Yeah,
I
take it
see
to
what
him.
you're saying. I feel like this is either Emmett gets a KO. He definitely has. We've seen Emmett KO anybody. Like he has the power. He has the death touch too. But he's very like
Hit or miss.
telegraph. Yeah, yeah. Like you know what he's gonna do. It's overhand, step through, overhand. He know like he's been doing the same stuff for I don't know 20 years. Brod's been in the fighting business for a while, and he's 40 years old. I feel like this is the time. See, normally you're the guy taking the prospect. Today I'm taking the prospect in Zalal. I think Zalal wins this fight. He's he's had a couple like losses where, but he was just fighting the better guys like the rising. Like he fought Taporia and lost. Like I'm not gonna shame him for losing to Taporia. Um, I think Zalal can get this done pretty much either just by technically outworking him, maybe like a submission late, or just like points, or maybe even a late knockout knee up the middle, because I feel like he's just gonna be like keeping Emmett at distance, just poking him around, and then Emmett's just gonna try to go in and head down, and he's just gonna catch a knee up the middle.
See, the way I think it is unless you're a better fighter than Emmett or put him out, he's gonna.
Mhm. I could see
And the
that.
guys
I mean,
above him are better fighters. The guys who typically beat him either put him out or just technically or physically just better.
yeah. Well, we
And
saw Yair was able to sub Emmett, so maybe it's, the sub game is the way for Zalal.
yeah. Next is Khalil Rountree versus Jiri Prohaska. And I'm not even gonna go down the list of their Taylor tape. Everybody knows these two. Everybody knows everything about the two. I got Khalil. I
You
think
got
he's
Khalil.
the I think he's the US guy they're pushing. I think what they want, the best thing for they want is Khalil to win this fight and not fight until at least if Pereira wins, not fight until Pereira and Magomedov gets their trilogy or fight in the middle of the trilogy. That's what I
Mm.
think the money is at. So I think that's what the UFC is hoping happens. And I think that's what does happen.
See, I don't know, man. Yuri is so unpredictable and wild, man. He's definitely the stronger and bigger guy in the cage, more physically imposing, and he definitely they both have the knockout capability. I know Khalil's better at the Muay Thai, the chop the leg, chop the leg, chop the leg. I just feel like this is Yuri's just different breed, man. I feel like he's always gonna like when you see Khalil lose, it's because he's getting put on the back foot, and Yuri's always going forward. Yuri's rarely on the back foot, so I feel like this could
They
either be. Wait, what you say?
Not my fault. My
Oh no,
apologies.
you're good. You're good. You're good. But yeah, Yuri's rarely on the back. Like the time Khalil's on his back foot is when he normally folds. But I mean, the way Yuri's new head movement could be his downfall too, because Khalil could just catch him with a hook, just like because him weaving into something. But I lean more towards Yuri KO in this fight, just because I I just feel like he's back on the rise. They're both coming off of wins over Jamal Hill. uh, Khalil was able to technically destroy Jamal, and Yuri was able to put Jamal out. I know Jamal's kind of like put out to pasture now, but I just feel like the difference in level and skill is kind of kind of there. I feel like Khalil's the better technical striker, but I just got to go with the wild card factor of Yuri, man. And if
Yeah, and then literally lose to both. Well, he tied with Amagomedov. He tied with what's called a draw, and he lost to Alex. Correct? With the
he beat Rakic and he beat someone else. I can't remember off the
no
top of my head.
when he was champion, right?
Oh, Yuri.
Yeah, when Yuri was champion, then he tied with why can't I say his name now? I don't know why I'm saying his name wrong. But was that him that had Todd? That was those two who had Todd or no? I can't remember.
I don't think so. Nah, I don't think so.
Because that was the reason why Jamal Hill ended up getting the title shot to begin with. I can't remember if it was Yuri that was champion or somebody else. But
I
I
can't
know he did
remember
lose to.
either.
I know he lost to Pereira.
I feel like
Um,
if Yuri wins this fight and Alex wins, they'll give the fight to Oldberg. But if Khalil wins this fight and Ankalaev wins, they'll give it to Khalil because they don't want to run Yuri versus Alex the third time and Yuri hasn't beat him at all. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, they won't do it at all.
So if you if Yuri wants to win, if Yuri wins, he better be rooting for Ankalaev. But I don't know.
Next fight is Marab versus Corey Sandhagen, and I'm gonna just say Marab
Decision.
by yeah by mauling him. He just mauls him.
Molyneux. Hey man, you saw that. You know, it's hard to hate Marab. Like you might hate how he fights, but like if you listen to him and how he like goes about, he's a good dude. uh, I mean, plus 300 is crazy for Sanhagen. I feel like there's a chance, but if it stays fighting and Marab said, "Oh, I'll stand and fight you," but I don't think Marab does. He like you said earlier when we were talking, like he has all the takedown records, any possible takedown record in the UFC. It belongs to Marab Dvalishvili. Uh, Maybe we find a submission for Marab if you want to chase props, but it's more than likely going to be a decision. Because
Yeah,
Corey's,
he's just gonna lay on him, but he's just gonna
yeah,
lay on him and knee his knee in the uh,
uh,
while holding him above the cage. It's gonna be a very boring fight, but Marab is going to destroy him.
Corey's
Next
good
is
enough. I was gonna
well, I'm
say,
apologize. Say it again.
no, you're good. You're good. Corey's good enough to like maybe get a Granby roll off on the bottom when it gets to the bottom, but I don't think it's going to be enough to like take Marab out of the game. Like Marab's gas tank just doesn't exist, bro. It's just never ending. It's crazy.
I mean, if he jumps to Gilly, like if he
Dustin
jumps
needs
to
to.
Gilly, my honesty can kind of catch him. He probably if he pulls a Dustin Poirier, he might actually be able to get Marab.
Maybe,
But
maybe. Or maybe he just needs to land that knee. Corey just needs to time that. But we've been saying this. We thought Sean could land that knee. We thought we've been waiting for someone to land the knee on Marab on the take, and it just hasn't happened yet. So maybe Corey will be the one. The smart play here is Marab for sure, though.
Sean did catch Marab though.
Yeah, a couple times,
He
but
caught him. He just couldn't put him out.
yeah, and I don't think Corey has the power that Sean does either. So
He doesn't
it's
have the
a
hand power, but he has the leg power. Like he can probably
yeah,
hit him with like a spinning back kick, front kick, and catch him in that way. But in the terms of like hitting him with like a solid punch and catch him, I don't think so.
facts. I agree with you.
Next is Agalayev versus Pereira.
The
I'm
main
going Pereira
event.
by knockout.
Oh, you're jumping. You said Chama, huh? You team Chama.
Yeah, Pereira
Uh,
by knockout.
I feel you. I feel you. I respect it. I just don't think there's a way that Pereira can stuff every takedown again, bro. I really don't. I feel like Ankalaev will just take him down and then ground and pound him. I just feel like the advantage is in Ankalaev's favor, bro. I got and
Yeah,
you.
but you can't get it. The problem is you can have all the advantage in the world. What happens when he hits you?
Yeah, I feel you. He hasn't been quite wobbled. Like Pereira does have the death touch. We've seen it. We've seen it plenty of times. But I just feel like he's just getting up there in age. He's got other things he's worried about in life, traveling the world, doing all the stuff he's got doing. I don't know if his focus is as locked in on fighting as it used to be, you know what I mean? I feel like
He,
that's all this is all Ankalaev thinks about in Russia, bro. He has no social life. It's just fight. So that's why I lean more towards Ankalaev. Just because I feel like he's more tuned in, locked in.
I mean, if Pereira loses, the only route for him is to move up to heavyweight.
Yeah, and they were both already talking about going up to heavyweight already. Ankalaev said he probably fights two more times and then moves up to heavyweight. Pereira's already talking about moving up to heavyweight. So I just feel like the cut's getting bad on Pereira because the age thing, right? So I feel like if Poton wants any chance at getting his chip back, it's right here. If he doesn't win here, he's probably going to go up.
Yeah, he's definitely moving. He's going up if he loses. I think
Yeah,
if he wins, he still moves up.
I can see it. I can see it because they're probably going to want to try to sell Jones versus Pereira or Aspinall.
And,
I just
and it's going to be Aspinall because he's not losing the game. He's not
yeah,
losing the guard. And as of right now, they're not trying to get John Jones anything.
facts, as they should, bro, as they should. But I guess we're on two different sides right there. You on Team Pereira, I'm on Ankala. I would like to see
I,
Pereira. I just don't see it happening, bro.
I think Ankalaev is the overall better fighter. The problem
Yeah,
is, what do you do when he hits you?
yeah. I c- I could see it. I see that argument completely, bro. I just feel like rematches never go the same way as they go originally. Like we saw it with O'Malley was able to survive 5 rounds, and Marab second time Marab was able to get the sub. I feel like someone's getting finished here, bro. I
Oh
don't see
yeah,
this
yeah,
fight
I
getting
believe so.
all five.
I
But
believe
yeah,
someone gets finished, and if it goes all five, I see it being a lot closer than it was last time.
yeah. All right. Um, you got any more words for the people? We got to shout out the sponsors real quick. That was a
Everybody go to the Not Move Podcast. Check out all the videos there. Hit the link, Bet US. Get 125% off of your next when you go to vote. If it's your first time, you get that. Just check out the podcast, man. It's a lot of things there. It's probably your fit. We talk about baseball, football, basketball, WNBA, anything, you name it. Go check it out. Check it
yeah.
out,
We
man.
We got it. We got the mybookie.ag QR code right up there. I got this college football show coming out tomorrow in the morning with my man Otis. We got some good games to go over. Jaws on his WWE thing with Robert. So we all over the globe on this one. We all over the map, all over the board. We got all sports you can need.
Every sport you need. We cover our favorite. We cover teams. So if you're a fan of the Eagles, me and Robert got it covered. If you're a fan of the Titans with Jimmy, he has you covered, and so on and so forth. We are always there. We also have Coach's Corner where Coach breaks down all the coaching points and everything, and brings you to a different side of football that you probably never even seen before. You never even thought about it. Different terminology, views, and everything like that. Trust me, it's a blast. You should come over and check us out.
Yeah, subscribe to the Not Move podcast. Become Not Move.
All right, and with that, lock in, and log out. I'm Ja, that's Jimmy, and not like always, not moved out. Enjoy your day, guys.
This non casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.